This truck just made every gas pickup feel outdated. And the crazy part is, it's not even trying to be loud about it. The Ford F-150 Lightning looks normal, but what it does changes everything. For decades, trucks in America have followed the same formula: big engines, loud exhaust, and a belief that power has to be heard, because if it's not loud, is it even a truck? And for a long time, that made sense. Trucks were about strength, about capability, about doing the kind of work that nothing else could. But things are starting to change, because this is still an F-150, the best-selling truck in America, a name people trust, a name built on decades of reliability. But for the first time, it doesn't run on gas. No engine noise, no traditional drivetrain, just electricity. And somehow, that changes more than you'd expect. At first glance, you might not even notice it. There's nothing extreme here. No futuristic shapes trying too hard to stand out. It still looks like a truck people know. Strong, familiar, confident. And that's exactly what makes it interesting, because instead of changing how it looks, Ford changed how it works. The LED light bar across the front is one of the only real hints that something is different. It's subtle, but once you see it, you realize this isn't just another truck. And then you get inside. Everything feels quiet, calm, almost too calm for something this big. There's no vibration, no engine rumble, just silence. And that silence feels strange at first, but then you start driving. And that's when everything changes. The moment you press the accelerator, there's no buildup, no waiting, no shifting, just instant response. It moves immediately, and not in a way you expect from a truck. It's quick, smooth, effortless, almost like it's not even trying. And that's the part that surprises you the most, because trucks aren't supposed to feel like this. They're supposed to feel heavy, mechanical, aggressive. But this feels different, more controlled, more precise. And once you experience that, it's hard to ignore, because going back to a gas truck suddenly feels slower, less responsive, almost outdated. But performance isn't the only thing that makes this truck different. It's what it can do when you're not even driving. That's where things get really interesting, because under the hood, there's something you don't usually see in a truck: a front trunk, the frunk. It might sound simple, but it completely changes how you use this vehicle. You've got space now where there was never space before. Tools, bags, groceries, all stored safely, cleanly, and separately from everything else. It's practical in a way that feels new. And then there's power, not just for driving, but for everything around you. You can plug in tools directly into the truck, run equipment, charge devices, even power things you wouldn't normally expect. And in real life, that matters more than you think. Imagine being at a job site with everything powered from your truck, no extra equipment, no generators, or being out somewhere remote, camping, traveling, and still having access to electricity. And then there's the moment that really changes how you see it. A power outage, lights go out, everything shuts down, except your truck, because this can keep your home running. And suddenly, this isn't just a vehicle anymore. It becomes something else, something more useful, more dependable, more connected to your everyday life. But at the same time, it's not perfect, because switching to electric comes with its own challenges. Charging takes time. You have to think ahead, plan a little more, and if you've spent years relying on gas, this shift won't feel natural at first. It's a change. Not a bad one, but definitely a different one. And for some people, that difference will matter. But here's the real question. If something can do everything you already expect, and do it faster, quieter, and in some ways, better, then what exactly are we holding on to? Is it the sound, the pravichka, the feeling of what a truck is supposed to be, or is it just hesitation to accept something new? Because this truck doesn't try to convince you. It doesn't need to. It doesn't shout. It doesn't demand attention. It just works. And in doing that, it quietly proves something important. That the future of trucks isn't coming someday. It's already here. And now it's just a matter of time before everyone else catches up. So the only thing left to ask is simple. Would you actually make the switch? Or are gas trucks still the only real trucks in your eyes?